I think I'm live. 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 I think I am. We'll see what happens. What's going on? I'm here. Hello, everybody. Welcome. It is mid-September. I can't believe that. next week is fall. We are getting there. We're just getting there. I'm like, shit, okay. It's moving right along, kids. We're moving right along. But welcome. Good morning. The weather is completely different than it was last week. I keep just emphasizing that. It's completely different. Completely different. It is. I'm setting everything up. Got set everything up. I have so much going. Okay, all the thing I do while just to set this shit up. Okay, let's see. So do that, do that. Hawaii's okay. Come on in. The water is fine. I'm setting all this stuff up I have to do before I start talking. I have my coffee. I'll show my mug in a second. We got things to discuss. I'm just telling you, the weather is 100% better. Well, I'm actually down to one fan right now on, and I'm like, it's so, oh my god, so happy. I can't even tell you how happy I am for that. So that's doing this thing right there. I'll be on there in a second, you guys. My water over here, water over here, water over there. Come on in, everybody. Come on in. I can do it. Okay. Give me a second. I will be talking to you in a second. I'm just setting all the stuff up that I have to do. My channel. Now back to you guys. Turn me off. Judy, Tony, Matt, Kirsten. Yes, I was with your Flobo yesterday. We had lunch. We had salads. We watched the planes land and take off. Isn't that cute? It was fun. We live near each other, so that's why it's always we could get together. And some people like seeing us together. You try to tell them that. I know. Beauty for Ashes, eyes only. For your eyes only. We got things to talk about this morning. I got a list. I'm just setting everything up. Super chats are enabled. CashApp's enabled, of course. There's still time to sign up for the 17th event this Saturday. I was just pulling all the prizes I'm giving this Saturday. Pulling that together. Okay, so that's good. That's good. That's good. Is everything up? Okay. I think everybody says I'm live now on the channel. Okay, very good. Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Welcome. Smiles, everyone. Smiles. If you get that reference, then you watched late night Saturday TV. Like a bacon, egg, cheese, and I'm yeah. Oh my god. He did look good yesterday. He's wearing a cute little whatever jersey thing that he wears. He always wears these things. He does all this sports stuff. Wears a lot of sports stuff and everything. Yes, he does wear a lot of sports stuff. But what happened was we go to this place called Simply Salad. I've been wanting to take him there for a long time here in LA. And I go in to order my favorite salad, which is the downtown Cobb salad with turkey. And they said they're out of turkey. Apparently, they tell me there's a turkey shortage. Now, I went to the store last night and bought turkey, and there was no shortage of it. But at the restaurant, there was no turkey. I don't understand. So I was pissed. I didn't want chicken. They're like, do you want chicken instead? No, I want chicken instead. Chicken and turkey are two fucking different meats. They don't taste the same. There's a whole different flavoring. I wanted turkey in my Cobb, not chicken in my Cobb. Turkey. So I ended up getting a Caesar salad with shrimp, something totally different. At first, I wasn't happy, but I was eating. It was good. The salads are good. He got some salad he liked. I was pissed. I was like, no, where are the turkeys? So I understand that. I know we have an avocado thing. The avocado thing happened. I understand that part. But I ain't heard about no turkey shortage. I'm going to a poultry farm after you get off of here. Just kidding. While Matt is in here, I know Matt is, Johnny not driving yet, I don't think. So they made the announcement, Spectrum Celebrity Events is having Taraya on. So all my Taraya fans, all 70, 80,000, 100,000 of you guys should be signed up to their event. I don't know how much it is or anything, but go to Spectrum Celeb. Well, actually, Matt, you're in here. Tell them where to go. Tell them where to go and find. I always get it wrong. Tell them where to go. But their event's at 9 in the morning on the West Coast, 12 noon. So it's before my event on the 8th. So go to their event if you're a Taraya fan, and then come to my event afterwards. We can talk about it. How's that? See, I'm trying to find a way to connect the two. So you go over there, you can go watch it, see it, talk to them, and then come to me on my event on the 8th. Mine's at noon. So it's 3 hours later. Kind of my event. So you have both events. You have a full October 8th, a date that means nothing in any other terms. You have two wonderful events on that date. And so with my event, of course, just $15 if you're here in the chat. Sign up now. Have a good time. Also, the 30th, where I'm going to dress as my mother for Halloween. Still $15 for you. If you're in the chat room, $15. Sign up now. I'll get you in there and settled. But for them, go to wherever they go, where they are. I know there's Spectrum Celeb on Instagram, but I want to say SpectrumCelebEvents.com. I want to say that, but I'm not sure. I should be more prepared. I'm just getting ready for it. I'm waking up because I'm drinking out of my 10th floor GH mug they sent me. Shh. I'm listening to the 10th floor at my mug. See, I support my competitors. I do. I love Matt and Cat. So I'm drinking out of their mug. What else do I want to talk about? I wrote some stuff down. Where'd it go? And if you're not watching Only Murders in the Building, oh my God, I'm completely obsessed with Martin Short, Steve Martin, and Selena Gomez, the trio I never knew I needed. I just finished season 1 last night. The show is so good. It's on Hulu. It's their biggest show ever. I'm probably going to do an after show, like a show on it. I've been asked to do that. I'm not going to do an after show like every episode, so I already watched it. But I would do a show on it and decide which show I'm going to do it on. And Aaron from Queers and Social might join me. He asked if he wants to join me. So I'm going to talk to him. I set that up and get that going because that show is so good. I'm going to dive into season 2. I can't wait. Yellowstone's next on the queue. So I'm very happy I did Only Murders in the Building because I started a while back and I want to finish it. So it's 10 episodes, half hour each, great guest stars. The show is so good. It's also trying to serve a murder mystery and it's hilarious. So Only Murders in the Building, Hulu, check it out. Be there, be square. So that's really good. And I'm also going to tonight, She-Hulk. Me, Anthony Topazzi, Frank Moran, and special guest Kim McAndrew will be another female. We'll be talking about She-Hulk today, episode 5, 8 p.m. tonight live here on JLJ Media. You're going to start noticing also, folks, an onslaught of stuff coming from JLJ Media. I'm going to be I've been recording stuff again. I'm pushing a bunch of I'm a big promotion push that's starting already. So you're gonna notice if you're following on social media, you're gonna see a lot of promotion stuff coming out from JLJ Media. We are standing in our truth as an online network. I'm finally have the time and energy to actually do all that. So we're gonna work it out, kids. Not funny. So yes, so you're gonna see a bunch of stuff. We're doing another episode of Forgotten Hollywood out today. So just in case you missed that, happy birthday to my niece Jessica. She is 34 years old today. I talked to her last night. I sang to her this morning. Also, my show Have You Heard of Me? Apparently, it's getting some attention today. And I talk about stuff from the music, TV, movies from the 70s, 80s, 90s, and 2000s. I'm gonna start promoting that today too. So there's some episodes, some fun episodes on there. Check that out. It's audio only, so you just put it on while you're eating lunch or whatever. Stuff, but that's why I'll make sure I get all that out there. So that's a lot of stuff going on, kids. And it's September 15th. A lot going on. It's mid-September. I don't even understand what's going on. So I'm trying to wake up. I was up late binge watching that show. So let's see, right now, I was writing all the shows that I do. I'm getting all these texts. These texts, everybody's giving me all these texts they're saying to me, all these texts. Yes, well, for you, almost afternoon where you are, it's 8:45 where I am at. Drinking coffee. I was cleaning my room yesterday. Just getting stuff together. I have emails to handle. I contacted all the prize winners from the last prize, for the last show. Get their stuff sent out to them. Then we're gonna get ready for the next show. I'm getting ready for the next show. It's only a couple of days. I guess in a couple of days. I'm like, oh my God, we're showing a couple of days. It's crazy. I have a big surprise that worked out for this Saturday. I can't wait to show it to you guys. It's gonna be fun. You guys are gonna laugh who are coming. But there are slots open, so come on in. Come join us this Saturday, 12 noon, hour and a half, $15, not bad. We'll have a good time. Sign up now. I'll get you in. But yes, we're working out. Check out my TikTok. I put some new TikToks out. They're out there, or my YouTube channel. I'll put some new shorts out. Check those out also. Everything's content. Everything's content. So you must be 3 hours ahead, Sugarless. So what you guys want to talk about this morning? So I decide every once in a while I open up to you guys, and you guys tell me what you want to talk about. My computer's doing fine, no problem. I have iMacs, fancy schmancy. I bought one when I had a lot of money when I sold my house. The other one I inherited. So far, yeah, no problems today so far. But yes, I'm sorry that yesterday I was talking. All of a sudden it was like, goodbye, everybody, and it was done. It was just done. It's a good night. So it happens every once in a while, I guess. I think the even best of computers, something weird happens. But today it's purring like a kitten. That's good. I miss the East Coast sometimes, Sugarless. Nice. But yes, I'm gonna let you guys ask me questions. What I do is kind of like my random show. You guys ask me questions or bring up a topic, and we'll talk about it this morning. Because I always talk. So it's something I always want to give it to you guys. So you guys are in control. What do you guys want to talk about today? What's on your minds today? What's going on? I can't be covering up the cup. This is 10-4-GH, 10-4-GH. I don't want to cover it up. I shouldn't be covering it up. Let's see what else is going on. So while I'm waiting for you guys to give me questions, I know this thing sometimes delays. We got 9 people watching, 6 likes. Okay, that's good. We're catching up. My hair is still crazy. I let it breathe. Letting it breathe. Breathe again. Breathe again. Letting it breathe. There's emojis. Actually, my computer looks like that. I actually have a stand. I got it. I'm thinking, do I want to put it on have my computer up? I'm trying to think about that. Do I want to lift it up? I haven't decided yet. Because I was like, I should look like this, I guess. I was looking down. But I have it. So I got to decide what I'm going to do. I got 2 computers side by side. I have a lamp. I have to have this lamp right here because it gives me light. It brightens me up because I am black. I want you guys to see me in the mornings. So I have to have a light on me. Thank you. Yes, I know you do. So all you guys who are watching, I know some watch and some just listen. So the people are telling me that sometimes they just listen. Yay for emojis, I know. So we'll just listen and see what's going on. If you can't come to the events or don't want to, which I totally understand, there are other ways to support the channel. My CashAPP is, the people ask my CashAPP, that's in there. Whatever money you send, it goes to something towards my channel. Someone sent me a CashAPP the other day, and I actually went to paying for my graphic designer. Look at that. And then I have buymecoffee.com. I have the super chat, so you can hit super chat in here, where someone will do So it all goes towards my life. My life. Okay, let's start the first time you saw a porn movie. That is hilarious. Luckily, I'm a person who's transparent and who does not hide, because I am human. But the first time I saw a porn movie was actually really funny. I was actually a teenager, and my stepdad, may he rest in peace, he's not here anymore, moved to our house, and we saw a porn box. And it was called Afro Erotica, like number 16 or something like that. And it was Black folks back in the 80s. And my brothers and I, so we put it in our VCR machine and snickered and watched it. So that's the first time I saw porn. I actually saw a porn movie. But it wasn't even like a sexual way. We were like, oh my God, the whole time watching it. So there you go. Who is my favorite character in ER? I watched season 1, Rich Young for Archie Morris. I like Dr. Carter. I loved as we always called it. Was my show. I watched it for the whole 15 seasons. My favorite character on ER. Wow. That's a good question. I have to come back to you on that. It's a good question because there's so many characters I loved on the show, and they rotated people out. But I'll tell you, the craziest episode, of course, is when Lucy gets stabbed. When Homeboy gets stabbed and notices when he falls to the ground, looks under the bed, and Lucy had been stabbed first. Oh, that episode was crazy. Oh my God, it was crazy. I've met Alex Kingston, and because I'm a Doctor Who fan, her hair is just as curly in real life. She was super nice. I'm a huge Alex Kingston fan, and she was going to. I'm sorry, but I have to think about it. There's a lot of characters I liked on that show. That's a very good question, Sugarless. Tony JC, what other soaps do you watch, like Queen Sugar? I don't watch any other soaps. I don't watch any other soaps. I just, besides Dynasty, which ends this Friday, I don't watch any other soaps. I mean, I know it's so funny. People think of me as the soap guy, and I'm really not the soap guy. Like I should say that I'm a soaps in the past kind of guy. So Sherry, you heard the news. They're starting today that the Taraya, which is fine because the Taraya interview is way before my show that day. So I was telling people, Sherry, you can go to the Taraya thing and then come to my event. We can talk about it. That's the thing. And Sherry, you should meet them. I know you're scared. You should meet them. It's your chance. But my event's still happening too. You can do both. Mine's only $15. So mine's really easy breezy. So you go to their event, meet them, and or watch them, whatever you want to do, and they come to my event, we can have a discussion about it. But other soaps, I used to watch Desperate Housewives and the Dallas reboot. I used to watch when they came out with these shows, like Filthy Rich came out for one season, loved it, they went away. Promised Land came out for 5 episodes, went away. So like there's shows that are soap-esque that I kind of watch, but they go away. So but I don't watch any soaps. I'm a soaps in the past person. I mean, all the nighttime past ones and daytime. But yeah, I don't watch any other stuff. That's a good question, Jen Tony. Also, I don't watch any of Tyler Perry stuff. I did watch Oval because my girl Tosha Story's in it. That's what I was like. Yes, I was like, So yes. Oh yeah, Sherry, you signed up for both. Yeah, you signed up for both already. Yeah. So Sherry's already signed up. She's signed up already. So yeah. Make sure you go to his because it's Taraya. So Matt, she'll sound the alarm to all the Taraya fans, and I've reshared it in my stories. So the Taraya fans should see it. My sister's in here. So congratulate my sister because her daughter is 34 years old today. Xandra pushed through and gave birth to Jessica, and Jessica's in the world now with her own children. So today, 34 years ago, Xandra was in the hospital pushing. Yes. So, but yes, congratulations. I could never be pregnant. That'd be horrible. Is everybody saying hi to each other? Yes. You saw a porn Black Humanity on there with Boy 7 Day again. Well, here's what's funny, Leopardess. My mother tells me the stories of her and my grandmother going to see Deep Throat and going to see Behind the Green Door and seeing Devil Miss Jones, how those were mainstream events. Like people were going to see these movies, even though they were rated X. They were huge, and I saw the documentaries on them. The documentaries are fascinating. How that these things people were just. I mean, Jackie O went and saw Deep Throat. Like it was a big event to go see Deep Throat. It's a silly plot, of course, and of course it's whatever. But there's a whole thing. 12 hours of labor, bitches. That's right. That's why I say women are the stronger sex. I couldn't do that. 10 a.m. I couldn't do it. After 1 hour, I'm like, get the baby out. Just cut it out. Get it out of me. Nope. The Oval was not bad, was it? I was like, okay, I'm not a Tyler Perry fan or whatever. People are fan of those fans. But I got into it because of her a little bit. I was like, okay. So, but yeah, so that was a big event. I remember that. I worked at a video store when the Tracy Lord stuff came out. And we had to pull all her videos because she was underage, apparently. That was a big deal back in the 80s. I remember that when that happened. I was working at Music Plus Records and Video in Inglewood. No, the Jarrah Heights. We had to pull the videos. And we were all, and again, it wasn't even like sexual. It was all just like, we were young, just kind of like whatever. And this is the 80s. I wasn't supposed to go behind the curtain. It was like, you have to have an older member of the staff go get it. I'm like, they did all the time. Plus, I had a mustache back then. I was like, real man. You were at the Blockbuster. Have you watched the last Blockbuster, that documentary? It's really good. The Last Blockbuster. It's a great documentary. I don't know if you see it, Leopardess. There's also a Tower Records documentary. I didn't work at Tower. I always wondered I always said I wasn't weird enough to work there. So I couldn't work there. Tracy Lawrence, David Hall. Great career since then. Love her music. She was in Crybaby. She was in Melrose Place. Zack and Miri make a porno. She's hilarious. She's a decent actress. Hello, Albert. Hello, Krista. Yes. Yeah, it's called The Last Blockbuster. It's a great documentary. There's a Blockbuster still, I think, in Oregon. It's fascinating. The whole Blockbuster. I used to hate Blockbuster because they were the big chain that it was rumored they used to edit their movies to make them more family friendly. I didn't work at Blockbuster. So I don't know if that's true or not, but I always worked at mom and pop video stores. I tried working at Tower, but I used to always say it'd be really weird to work at Tower. You were in there for 20 hours, no drugs. Okay, girl. I'd be like, shoot me up. Shoot me up. But David, you would come in and we're talking about porn. You would come in. See, I'm not afraid. I'm like, yes, I've watched porn in my past or whatever. So I'm not afraid to talk about that. It's all life, kids. Porn saved my life when AIDS was happening back in the 80s. I'll tell you there, right there. It just saved my life. Anyways, because I didn't go out and do nothing. But that's just how that was back then. And porn in video stores. That's so funny we talk about that. But I loved working at video stores, everything. Because it works. I can't tell. I'm sure this is oh, the conversation's already heated up, Natasha. I think back then they didn't give us drugs. Yeah, I know. Like, hey Jay, I just worked at Hollywood Video. I love Hollywood Video. We used to go to Hollywood Video in Sacramento when I had my daughter. We used to go there all the time. A West Coast Video, another one. Yes, I've heard West Coast Video. I miss video stores. I do. I love video stores, and I miss them. And I just I do. I think they're. You smell the video. You get the. I always got red vines for myself or Raisinets. I'm not a popcorn person. I know it's crazy. But let's get popcorn. Yeah. I'm not a big TP fan either. Just but well, no. I mean, Reef Ashes. They do pick some good black men's on some of these shows. There's some hot black men on some of these shows, beautiful. I will concur with your statements. I was like, wow, I'm like, who that? Who that? And who that? I just can't go with, I just can't do the writing. But I mean, to look at a lot of the shows, I've seen people, I'm like, they're hot, 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 hot. Can't watch them. Okay, Albert, that's right. Well, I mean, I do on occasion too still. That's another story. Let's talk about AIDS 92. I'm sorry to hear that, Sherry. That was like right before the drugs really started to come out and people were starting to live. But for me, it was 84 to 93. I lost so many, I can't even tell you how many people I lost to AIDS. I tell people a story. Okay, Matt, I tell a story how I have from 1989, there's a picture of 9 of us, all healthy and looking great, and we're all hugging this picture, and only 2 of us are left. I watched every single one of them die of AIDS, the other 7. And I almost cry. I'm trying not to. I used to have a picture up on my wall. I can't look at it anymore. Not yet. I can't look at it anymore. It's crazy. It was just coming through San Francisco and Sacramento and LA. I worked at the Hollywood YMCA in LA in the 80s, and we lost every single person who worked at the front desk. They all died. Just within months. They were healthy looking one minute and it's gone the next. I used to work at a place called Magic Court Restaurant in Sacramento. I had 3 guys who moved to San Francisco. They died within 4 months. I mean, people were just like, wow. They were just dropping like flies. And I was scared shitless. I was like, I don't want it. And it was scary, how to get it. And I was a nurse at the time and it was crazy. So that was a crazy time period. So I lost my brother's godfather died of AIDS, Walter. It was crazy. And then switching gears onto that, that's why video stores were also very popular, because a lot of times it stayed, people would just go to videos and get the videos. I remember FYE for your entertainment. Sam Goody would have some videos. I worked at Camelot Music. We had some videos. What's the thing? The internet killed the video store. It just did. Now you don't have to go and get, go into behind rooms. You have to have it delivered in paper bags, all the inventory. It did. It completely did. I was accused of having AIDS at one point. I had a different illness that was an autoimmune illness that wasn't AIDS, and my family spread the rumors that I had AIDS, even though none of them checked on me to see if I had it or not. But I found out later they thought I had AIDS, and I was like, and no one checked on me. How great is family? So I know the stigma of that. They didn't want to be around me. So I know the stigma of that. So, but I have I forgiven them for that? Some level, I guess. They're all fucked up. So that's what you get. Oh, you just see it's right. Good. But yes, video stores were very important. For my kids, it was like just coming in on the, go get a video, get your video, you all get your video, everybody gets a video. I remember that whole thing. That was kind of fun, and we get in, and we used to have these big couches wherever I lived. I always had nice couches wherever I lived, and we all get on the couch and we watch the undercovers and watch the movies, and I was very disturbed when I found that out, and that no, including my grandmother, no one called to see if I was fine or if I was true, or just spread the rumors all through the family. And I had to hear it from other people, so it was very. So I do know the stigma of someone thinking you have AIDS. So it was kind of crazy back then. Trust me, I've been through a lot, you guys. It is amazing. I am still here. I know many of you guys have seen my video that I posted of me talking about wanting to kill myself a few years ago. And it's true. I did. I've had very suicidal thoughts over the years. So I was like, but I am here. I am still here. Oh, thank you, Just Keep Up Beauty. Thank you for the super chat. That's great. Thank you so much for that. Thank you. I appreciate. I like her hair. It's almost like mine. I take my hair. I look at my hair. Take it off. I love it. I have a laser disc player. Here's the thing, Albert. This is something that I have had to learn. Um, Video can right, exactly, Krista. Right, exactly. It's something I've had to learn. Sometimes it is just better to forgive than hold on. And what I do is I can forgive you, but you may not be in my life anymore. I will cut you out, and in no form or fashion, unless you show me or try to work with me on something. If you want to work with me to grow together or heal, I'm totally open to that. But thank you. You can't stay. Okay, we're talking all kind of stuff in here. This community. But that's true. There, if you can't count on your family, and sometimes some of us can't count on our family, some we just can't. Sometimes you have your chosen family. You make your family. When I was in San Francisco for 16 years, we were a chosen family. Most of us didn't have our family supporting us. My family didn't support me, so we were all together. I tell you, my daughters were raised by the village. Like literally, they were raised by the village. We all came together and we helped each other out. And I have some of my best memories were during that time period of just us all trying to live our lives, all trying to date and everything, and our get-togethers. And yes, it was tough, but it grew me up. That's all I say. My grandmother would say, it grew me up. And I have an 8-track player over here too. I should show it again. I think I'm gonna show it again. I have it over here. And thank you, Kirsten. I love you too. I just you have to sometimes make your own. You have to make your own. You have to choose and within your family, you choose your family, but you have to forgive on some level. You have to, because I don't want to hold on to this stuff. I don't want cancer and all this crap because I'm holding all this stuff in. So I work it out, find a place for it. Yeah, I'm a little bitter still. I'm James Lodge. I'm still a little bitter, but for the most part, 1 second. What can I do? It's like it's a client. I can do Sunday. What's tomorrow? Tomorrow's Friday. I can do Sunday. So, answering client. So for this Zoom on Saturday, stop. I got laser display. I kept all my electronics. Okay. Wow. For this Saturday Zoom, I got 18 people. Wow, that's great. 18 paid people. Yes. So I'd love to have more. Come on in. Sign in. Everybody, whoever's not signed up, you can sign up right now. $15 for you right now. Sign up. You can make it. Let's do it. Let's have some fun. I got some good gifts too. I've been pulling out some good prizes I'm gonna be giving away. So I'm gonna get that going. I know, I got 12 likes. I got an audio message from Anna, from Aaron. Okay, good. Fall's coming in. Yes, today's episode. I see we haven't watched days yet. I know because I'm in the morning. I haven't watched it yet. I'm just upset about Brando or whatever. I know 18 people. Okay. Okay. I see. I got some comments. I'm sorry. I got some comments. Let me see the comments. Okay. We go back up a little bit. This Chemo Beauty, $3.99. Thank you. You have a kid count your family. Saw that. Oh, you saw my video, Leopardess? Yes, I'm very truthful. I give it all out there, you guys. I give it out to you. I give everything out to you. My sister, I love you too. Star Wars. I have barbed wire and laser discs from Pam Anderson. That was my girl. Hi, Jacarius. Hi, George. Hi, everybody. So Albert says what annoys me is the Forrester Douglas stuff. I know this, right? Exactly. Blood doesn't always make family. That's true. It takes love and commitment to care for family when they're not grateful, especially when they are in need. Your mom fell down the stairs Saturday night. Now, and almost like now she's there. Okay, so my sister and I have talked about this recently, and if Xandra still in, she knows we talked about this recently. Caring for a parent that may have not been the greatest to you. we have talked about it, and it does take a level of forgiveness to care for them, to actually decide to care for them. So Krista, you're right, it's a decision. It's a complete decision. And you're doing something that's very, as they say, godlike, where you are, or godly, where you are helping out your parent, you're honoring your parent by helping them out. Trust me, my mother and I have a very complicated relationship, and I'm there for her and for her husband. And you have to kind of just, on some level, just know you're doing something for a right reason, right? And you have to somehow figure out, because my stepmother went through the same thing with her mother. Her mother got Alzheimer's, my grandma Alicia, and they didn't have a good relationship at all. And she really had to reconcile all of that, and she became a caretaker. And I think it's just kind of funny how that happens sometimes. You just never think it'd be us, and we're the one taking care of them. So I know I'm the trustworthy one of my family. I know I'm the compassionate one of my family. I'm not trying for sainthood or anything. I'm not a saint at all. But I'm a compassionate person. And yes, exactly. Our parents had complications with their parents. And so I look at the big picture of how my parents are because of their parents. And that's how they parented to us. And I was a very different parent because of my parents to my kids. And now I'm watching my kids parent differently than I do to their kids. It's a very interesting process. And I think, and I commended my sister for taking care of her dad, and her mom. But it's one of those things. It's kind of like, it's just kind of, you have to kind of, I believe in prayer. So you pray, you talk to God, figure it out. I had some therapy and figure that also. I've had some cussing. I've had some drinks, some edibles. I've had all kind of stuff to get where I am today. So, like I said, there are times when I am surprised I'm still here. In many ways, I wouldn't be here, but I look at the bigger picture, and in the end, it'll all work itself out. It is a generational thing, Krista. I completely agree with you. It's a generational thing. It is, and you just have to lots and lots of therapy and prayer. I would say lots of 2, 3, 4 T's in it of therapy and prayer. Good morning, Jeremy. I like you enjoying my morning shows, Jeremy. I love that. Yeah, Jacarius, I agree with you. This slasher storyline is getting on my nerves. It is dumb. I know, Brando. I know that whole scene was just dumb. It was just dumb. It was dumb. But I will say Gladys and Bonnie Burroughs plays Gladys, and they're working it out. You've been therapy, good. Congratulations, Judy. That's great. Therapy, nothing wrong with therapy. Nothing wrong with prayer. Nothing wrong with talking to people. Nothing wrong with bringing it out. I think there's nothing wrong with any of that. And that's you guys. There's nothing wrong with that. It's okay. It's okay to admit you need help with something. It's okay to admit you need. I had someone yesterday contact me who I haven't talked to in like 6 months, who just was like, all of a sudden they were manic and they had to hear from me and they had to know what I was doing. I was going, I'm like, I don't even get it. It's like, it's so weird. It's like, I don't understand. Like, you don't talk to me for 6 months at a time, and you obviously you're so mad. It's urgent you talk to me now. Nothing exciting, nothing was going on. So I have to go, okay. The Tariah Godfather, I know. I'm gonna try to go to that event too. Matt said I'm invited, of course, to the event. So I'll try to be there too, Sherry, with at Spectrum events. Well, Christina did a great job as usual. Emmy winner Lexi Ainsworth does a great job as usual. Oh, Jeremy, you've been in therapy. I got two Jeremys in here. How funny, Jeremy O and Jeremy Berman. Jeremy, meet Jeremy. Jeremy, meet Jeremy. You literally spell your names the same way. That's so funny. Anyways, I'll get it. Oh, that's actually funny, Jeremy. That's pretty funny. No, there's no. Well, therapy. That's the whole thing. I was in therapy for years, and there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it. Oh, geez, David. Of course. But no, I just think that it's there's nothing wrong with it. You have to figure some stuff out, and I also think and time just also helps. I'm 53 years old. Holding on to something that happened when I was 16 is just not kosher anymore. Really, it isn't. So to still talk to you, I have friends who talk to their parents about shit that happened when they were 12. You're like, but you're 60. You're 60 years old. And you still bring up this shit you did when they were 12. You didn't let me have the milk or something. I'm like, okay, I'm sorry to minimize your pain, but that was over 50-something years ago. I gotta let that go. Let it go. So there's things you have to let go. Now, I'm not talking about anything like major stuff. I mean, there are major things happen to you, of course. Like I've talked about before, I was trying to change my words. I am the survivor of a violent sexual assault. And that happened when I was 17, 18. So I had to take years to get over that stuff. I'm not talking about that. But after a while, though, you still got to find a place for that, too. You can't let that run your life also. You can't let somebody take that away from you. They already took away your innocence, so to speak. You don't want them to take away your life. And it's okay to be afraid to talk to your parents about stuff sometimes. If you read the room, there's certain things I'll talk to my parents with. And I think you have a good day. There are some things I don't talk to you about certain people with also. Your 50-year-old seat, and maybe still playing your parents. I don't. I'm just like, that's what somebody's like. It's like, yeah, it's like you have to kind of at some point take responsibility and let that go. You just have to, or you'll just go crazy. But yeah, Christelle spells her name like yours. I know, that's my girl. But it's just one of those things you have to let it go. You have to let it. You just have to go. That's just life, and you have to choose today. How we're going to be starting from today. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, so my mother was the greatest mother on earth. Life goes on after a while. So now it's like you have to like let that go and go, okay, well, here we are today. We're both old folks at this point. So now how do we go forward from here? Can it work from here? And in some cases, it can't work, right? Sometimes you find out, but some people just can't work. I have a cousin, it's her birthday today. I'll give her a little shout out, Bobby. It's her birthday today, but we don't talk anymore. And she has not apologized for things she's done. And I just realized in that side of the family, they're all kind of toxic. And so a whole side of my family, I don't really talk to because they don't support, they don't uplift, they don't anything with me. So it's kind of like, I'm not holding on to it anymore. I've let it all go and I've told them so, I'll let it all go. But if you don't see you did anything wrong, if you don't think you did anything, then I can't make you feel that. I shouldn't have to make you feel that. Then I'm going with my life, you go on with yours. That's kind of how it is. Thank you, Sherry. I try. I'm a very strong person somehow. I don't know where I get it from. I'm a strong person somehow. I keep pushing through. I've had a lot of, I'm a very othered person in many ways. So I've dealt with society and people many different directions. But for some reason I'm still here. And I believe now I'm supposed to be here. I have work to do, and I've been doing work, and I feel like I'm supposed to be here for some reason. So that's why I'm here. The weight I moved from leaving, you have your daughter. That's right, Judy. You have your daughter. You have the kidlets. And my cousin, Christian J. LeBlanc. Well, I saw my other famous, I have my famous cousins, my other cousins, I have other people. I live my life. So you're afraid to stand up for yourself. Well, Jarius, how old are you? First of all, I don't know if you want to tell. You don't tell if you don't want to. Are you in your 20s, 30s? Just kind of curious how old you are, because sometimes it takes time. You have to grow into yourself before you can actually stand up for yourself sometimes. It can be very tough. There are folks who don't like confrontation. I was always a confrontational person. I'm a Taurus. I can't keep my mouth shut. I have to say something. I do. I do. I am no way perfect whatsoever at all. And I live in that. I am not perfect. I say it all the time. There's no such thing as perfect. I'm not. I can be bitchy. I could be. Make myself laugh. I can be bitchy and whiny and bitchy. Does I say bitchy? Shady, and I got a forked tongue. I could cut my tongue. People with my tongue. I have to watch myself. So I'm like, I have to watch myself. And it's just you run for competition. I run for competition. You're the opposite. I call it out. I was made for this season. I know I really do. I'm starting to feel like I'm here for a reason. That's why I'm here, and that's why I try to share with you me. You're 22. Oh, you're so. Oh my God, you're a baby. A good. They are helpful. They are good at group therapy. I agree. Well, Jacarius, you're young. You have time. At 22, I didn't know everything either. Whew, at 22, I thought I knew everything, but I didn't. So get to know yourself more, get to build yourself more, work on yourself, continue to make yourself this great person that you are. And then that'll inform how you're able to stand up for yourself, I think. I think it's like, sometimes you can't really stand up for yourself unless you know who you are, I think. You avoid competition too. I know people do. I don't. I've always walked right in it. I am like a bull in a china shop. I am. I'm like, I'm a blurry eye. I was like that at school. I was like that at home. I run my mouth. It runs my family. I can't help it. We just say it. We just say it. That's it. You just get it out. I raised my children that way too, and they're the same way to get my nerves. Do the same thing. I've always been a person, because I think I've always wanted to be happy. I think that's what it is. I've always wanted to be happy. So I always try to find ways to be happy. Now that means calling something out or talking about it. We're going to call it out and talk about it. You're a mom at 16, so young mom. There you go. I was raising a kid at 19. Now to me, that's young too. I was like, ugh. I don't know why. I was like, okay, I'm gonna be changing diapers while she's going to school and I'm working as a nurse. And I mean, it was just like, it was crazy. And we did it. You did it. I did it. My sister, she was young too. We all did it. Somehow we did it. People ask me people ask me how I did it. And I always tell them, you just do it. You guys know this. When you're in the middle of something, there wasn't time to think, so to speak. It was just like, I mean, we have a baby. Okay, we got to make sure she stays alive and she's fed and she poops. Krista, words, they say sticks and stones and other stuff. Words can't hurt. I will tell you something. Every once in a blue moon, my father's negativity does enter my brain sometimes. Not often, but every once in a while, I'll hear something that I'm like, oh. I'm like, okay. I have to fight that. Let it out. Nope, don't let that thought in. Let it out. It happens every once in a while, but I've been exercising that out for a long time. So I understand, Chris, they can. And mothers and daughters, anybody in this room has a mother and daughter, you know that's a very interesting relationship. Different than fathers and daughters, different than mothers and sons. Mothers and daughters, it's a very different relationship. It is. It is. Even fathers and sons too. It can be too. It's the same sex thing. But mothers and daughters, I've watched it happen, and it can deeply affect people. So, Krista, I get it. I get it. My mother can say things to me sometimes. Still, it kind of bothers me. or my brother too. They can say things to me once in a while, like hits me a certain way. Depends on the day, depends on how I'm feeling. I think a lot of folks are so used to just me being this confident, positive self. There's like they say things to me sometimes. They don't realize that I do have feelings. I do have emotions. I have feelings. And I think because I'm also a jokester. Have a good day, Kirsten. See you later tonight. I'm a jokester, and I can give it as well as I get it. I give as well as I get. And so, but sometimes they forget. Every once in a while, somebody will say something to me, and it really does bother me, and will hurt my feelings. Even if they don't mean to, I'm like, that does kind of hurt my feelings. And a couple of my friends have done that recently, where they've said something to me, and I'm like, that hurts my feelings. And they don't realize it because I'm this strong. I come across as the strong guy who just comes out there swinging all the time. But I do have feelings. I do have emotions. I share them on here with you guys sometimes in the mornings on my shows. I share them with you, what I'm feeling. I'm very transparent, but I think some people in my life forget that I do have emotions and feelings, and my feelings do get hurt sometimes. I have real life issues that I am dealing with myself also. So I think it's just one of those things. But you love those people anyway, of course, and you just got to go, okay, they don't understand. Sometimes I will confront them about it. Sometimes I don't. It depends. Just depends on how I'm feeling that day or whatever. But yeah, there are times when I do feel it. It happens. So Krista, I'm with you. Jakaris, I'm with you. I totally understand it. Judy, I'm with you. It's just like it's just tough. There's books out, but not real, like a real manual that tells you how to be a parent. Oh, we get some talking here. George is saying, Krista, you need to teach my brother that after my dad died, he cussed my mom out. Oh, dang. I was like, oh, it doesn't want anything to do with my mom. Wow, okay. I'm not a robot. I'm not. Everybody thinks I am. Yeah, you can forget. You have to forget. I don't forget. I mean, I'll forget. Well, I forgot a lot of stuff nowadays. I don't remember anything anymore. But but yes, you have to. You can forgive. You can. You can learn how to do that. Just realize where people are in their lives. That's what I always do. I go, okay, this is where they are. So this is all they can give. And once you realize that too, that's a good thing too. It's actually freedom. When you realize that certain people are where they are and all they can give you is certain things, it's freedom. You go, okay, got it. Totally got it. Okay, got it. And then you don't expect nothing from them that's extraordinary, so you don't get hurt anymore. That's what you have to realize. And I think when it comes to parents or siblings or kids, you have to just realize this is as far as they can go right now. This is where they're at right now. I'm gonna try to meet them there. And that actually kind of protects me a little bit. I can respond in ways that meet them where they're at. If that makes sense. It is. No, it is. And I think it is. You can go, okay, this is where they're at. Okay, I got it. This is far. I just trying to tell you, I'm like, okay, time for me to go. That's it. Time to go, James. I get my purse. Let's go. Like I know how to respond to certain situations than before. So I'm not into abusive relationships. So you start to abuse me, I leave. Bye. See you later. I'll talk to you later. I love you. Talk to you later. As that is. And my family and the family I still talk to, a lot of times it's quick. They're mad at me. I get people. My family gets mad at me for all kinds of things. I'm minding my own business. I'm always minding my own business. I get in trouble all the time. I don't know why. I get in trouble all the time for something. And so, but I know it passes. They'll come back to me the next day. I have a brother and a daughter who will yell at me and also ask me for help at the same time. I'm like, how are you yelling at me but asking for my help? You need my help at the same time. So I just know it's wherever they're at. They can be frustrating, you guys, sometimes. They can. Let me tell you something. I have forgiven my rapist. It took me 20 years, though, to forgive him. I was in my 40s. With lots of therapy and help and with prayer and everything. So for me, I had to realize that I was literally forgiving him was forgiving myself. Because deep down, for me, in my situation, I felt like, why couldn't I have stopped it or prevented it? Why couldn't I have not let this happen to me? And realistically, he attacked me from behind and knocked me out. I mean, there was nothing I could do. So I had to, once I got that out of my brain of the what ifs and what could I have done for me, that I was able to start to forgive myself and forgive him and go, he had a major problem. Whatever was going on in his life made it so that he had to feel he had to rape me and beat me up. And so that's all on him. That's his stuff. That's his soul. That's his spirit, whatever that is. And so I had to go, it's a shame there are people out there who feel that way. Now, I don't know what happened in his life. He could have been raped himself or bullied, or who knows what's going on. It's not an excuse to hurt other people. But he died also. He died tragically. So I mean, in the end, he ended up dying. So, but the whole thing was kind of like, I had to look at it as all that is his stuff. And he tried to put it on me and make me carry it. Well, I don't got time. I got no room for it. No room. No room. I have no room to carry it. I have no room. No room. So I had to lift it off me and throw it back on him. And that's what I had to do. Like literally kind of just go, okay, get it out of me, get it out of me, get it out of me. What happened, happened. It was horrible. I don't wish it on anybody in the whole world. It's something I'll never forget for the rest of my life. It changed my life in many ways. But now I'm able to use my platforms and talk about it in a way to help other people. So he helped me do that. The reason his inability to be human is actually helping me be more human, so I'm able to help other people. So I forgive him for what he did to me, because it was something that's very unfortunate. But I am who I am now, and exactly. So, but I hope what I just said helps a little bit, because every situation is different. But still, the sentiment is, well, even if it was date rapes, it was their stuff. They try to put it on you. They try to put it on you. They try to take away your life, snuff out your life. We can't let that happen, right? We can't let that happen. We have lives to live. We have lives to live. We can't let them snuff out our lives with their bullshit. And it could be from talking bad to you, bullying, like Dave said, bullying you, beating you up, stalking, whatever, all that stuff. We have to let that go. But it took me 20 years. It took me 20 years, but I do forgive him for what he did. I wanted to kill him. I wanted to find him and kill him. When he died, it made it even worse. I can't get justice for him. So I had to deal with all that emotion. And just go, well, I can't get justice. He's dead. And I was like, but that's his eternal whatever he had to go through. But I'm just like, I know it's a tough one. Trust me, anything that's a sexual assault of any kind, molestation or anything, it's tough because it does change you forever. It really does. I mean, I was changed forever. So that's why I had to forgive him. I had to forgive him for my own sanity. I can't let, again, I don't want to hold on to that. Because I'm blocking everything else that could be great if I'm holding on to all this stuff. But it is a part of my life, and I talk about it when I can in the right situations. And that's the thing. It was a horrific experience I went through, and that's what you do. I mean, a lot of things. Again, like a lot of things, you have to find. Thank you. I hope telling my story does help some people. If you're watching this and you've been through, if it triggers you, I'm really sorry. I know it can. It probably did, David. I mean, I don't dance anybody's graves, but he could have hurt other people. I have no idea. It was just me or not. And when they found out, maybe they did, and I wouldn't begrudge them at all doing that. But I just think for me, it's very much the forgiveness is more for me. It's more for you. That's the thing I've learned. That it's not even so much for them. It's not so much for your mother. It's not so much for your father or your brothers or anything. The forgiveness is more for you to find some kind of peace within this chaos and go, okay, I got it. That did the facts that happened, and that happened, and that happened. We can't change it. But again, going forward, how can I carry myself? I think that's the number one thing we got to look at ourselves. Like, how do we go forward and carry ourselves? And again, I'm not perfect. I have my moments, but for the most part, I'm doing better than I did before. And I think that's nothing to sneeze at. I'll say, that's nothing to sneeze at. But I wish that for everybody in the room. So whatever you've gone through or going through, I know it's gonna take a while. So Susan, you too, Susan. There you go. And that's the thing. A lot of us have gone through this. It's not anything. I'm not alone. I know I'm not alone. That's also a great thing. I know I'm not a great thing. I should say that. It's just a comforting thing that I know I'm not alone. That we all we've kind of gone through this. We all have gone through our traumas and similar ones. Everybody has it. Everybody has something. First situation. Thank you, Chris. Have a great day today. Have a great day today. Yeah, it's a tough one. Parents are always a tough one. Going back from rape to parents. Go back to the parents. Yes, parents and siblings. That they are parents and siblings are just your immediate family. That's a tough one. And you can throw kids in there and grandkids, whatever. I have grown grandkids now, so I'm starting to get that kind of situation going, and everything. So, and speaking of that, I'm actually going to text my grandson. Okay. And next, I got to text him something. Okay, let's see what he says. 2 black sheeps in the family. I remember Return to Sender. I know. Yes, I do know. I do know that. Yes, I do know that. Yes, I do know. Yeah, thank you, Daisy Flower. I appreciate that. It's I'm sorry it happened to me too. It happens to men, folks. It happens to men and boys. We get it. We get attacked also. And it's just. Oh, you're Rob's. Okay, there you go. As I'm saying, we all have our stories. I'm glad you guys are sharing them. So your parents are gone, Judy. Okay, but you have siblings. Oh, that's another story. You can't pick your siblings, right? The siblings just come along; they're part of the package, and you're left with them. Yeah, and that's the funny part. Siblings, and I tell all the time. I don't talk to all my siblings. I don't. I talk to some. Those I don't talk to, and it's by choice. And I love my siblings. I do. Deep down, I love all of them. But I don't like half of them. So I don't talk to them. I just don't. I have a couple of siblings I don't even know. So I know of them, but we don't know each other. But the ones that I grew up with and stuff, I don't talk to all of them. I don't think I have to. We will speak at major events possibly if something goes down. But I'm like, bye. I don't know. If you actively talk shit about me, then we're not in here. If you actively do stuff that I don't like, we're not. I don't have. Sandra's about siblings. I'm just like, nah, next. And I do, and I love my siblings. I have some great memories with my siblings growing up. I have great memories. But everybody grows up, and they grow into the person they are. And you don't have to like it. You don't have to like me either. Oh, I'm sorry, like fuck James. But I have one who just doesn't support who I am and claims to love me. Doesn't support who I am, and I can't handle that. I can't handle the words and the social media posts and all this and all the negativity. I can't handle it. And the treatment. I've been used by this person so many times with no shame. So I don't talk to her. I have no sibling. I don't really care for how she talks and how she conducts herself and how she treats her son. I'm not a fan of any of that. And we've gotten to it a couple of times. I'm like, I'll love you as my sister, but I really don't want to do it with you. So I don't think you have to get along with your siblings. You don't talk to them. again, you can forgive them for who they are or whatever, and be like, okay, God. Again, I don't think about them all the time. I'm not out there trying to get them. I don't wish any harm on any of them. Oh, Lebanese, me and my girl Monica didn't talk for 3 years once. And now, and I had to do the, I had to, we worked it out. So just say we worked it out, and now we're thick as thieves again. But oh yeah, that happens. Hey, kids too. Ugh. You can have children and not like them either. You can love them unconditionally. You know, and yes, that's the whole thing. You can love unconditionally and not like. You can. And I always say with kids, when it comes to kids, they're always changing and growing. So there might be time periods you're like, I don't like you right now, you little shit. And other time periods where I love you so much. Like it goes through they go through stages because they're figuring out themselves also. Right? That's the whole thing. Good. Stop walking on eggshells. No, I'm the father. We had a huge fight last 2 years ago. My daughter and I had a huge fight during COVID, and a huge fight. And I stood my ground. And so when we came back around to each other, I apologized in a way that was okay for me to apologize. That I felt I wasn't compromising anything, and it was pleasing to her ears. So I worked it out. Xander knows what I'm talking about. That's why I'm kind of chuckling to myself. She'll watch any of my stuff, so I don't worry about this. But that's the whole point, is that I realized I want to be in her life. She was having my grandchild. I want to be in her life. I said that was more important. That's just more this something. Sometimes you make decisions like that's just more important. This is more important. And when you get grandkids, it's a whole different story. Whole different story. Whole different story. That changes everything. Changes everything when you get grandkids. So that was always my thing, was like, okay. Your dad left when you were 3, Sherry. Sherry. When you were 3, so you never really knew him. Passed away. Oh, he passed away. Oh, wow. He passed. Well, I think Sherry, for you, possibly, I'm not trying to tell you how you feel, but it could be I'm not surprised you cried. It's one of those things where you're probably like, now the possibility is really gone. Right? Now you'll never meet him. You'll never have that kind of relationship. You'll just never have it. It's gone. And then, Crystal, I meant to comment on you earlier, because you have cerebral palsy, and you'd have kids, and then you have your mom and dad were great. So you lucked out. I'm glad you're happy with your choices. Like seriously, I mean that no sarcasm. I'm glad you're happy with your choices, because we have to figure that out too, right? We have to figure out our choices. We can't again worry about what didn't happen or what's not going to happen. We have to be really comfortable with our choices. I thought it was raining. It's very heavy. Caroline, we're talking about some heavy stuff in here. If you watch the show back, so it's up there. Everything we don't like. I'm black. This person. I guess it's similar. It's one of those things. It's similar. I would say that's similar. It's yeah. I will go with yes. You don't have to. You don't like black people. Okay, fine. But you have to go. But you shouldn't do anything against me. So okay, yeah, I'll go with that. If you don't like gay people, fine. Don't do anything against me. You know, it's just one. So I'll go with you with that. It's just like, it's you don't want people in your neighborhood with kids, but you have kids. They just like don't do anything against me. They're just like, you stay in your lane, I stay in mine. That's how it should be. We should all be able to live together. Problem. But yeah, I think Crystal, not Crystal, Sherry, I think it's that too. The opportunity's gone. Like it's what could have been. You know what I mean? Like what could have been is gone. Or yeah, the opportunity is a. But the grandchildren change everything, because suddenly you're looking out for them. They're a part of you. It's the weirdest thing. They're a part of you. They're not yours, but they are yours some level. Yes, you're right. No, not fine. I just think for no reason. That's okay. Okay. I agree with that too. But I always think, but see, Caroline, here's my thing. I think there is always a reason why people don't just like who people take two. Oh, I got one of these. Oh, I got one of these. Can I pull it out? I have one of these. Take two. No, it's always, I think people always have a reason to dislike somebody. I never think it's for no reason. Now, the reasons can be fucked up, but I think they always have a reason. So I think that's the thing. And we got to figure out, okay, well, you have your reasons, that's Ty, or leave me alone. Don't come after me. One second. So I think we have to go, okay, I'm not gonna try to worry about why you don't like me. That's your business. But don't try to impose stuff on me. Well, hear what I'm saying, Caroline. I think people either have a bad experience with Black people or with gay people or religious reasons, or their parents tell them that Black people are bad. So I feel like there's always a reason people hate. I'm saying their reasoning, it could be fucked up. You know what I mean, Caroline? Like you're right. I'm kind of seeing what you're saying, but I'm saying at the same time, I think there's always a reason. In my opinion, there's always a reason, but we have to bring them. We have to bring them out of that, because some of their information and reason for hating is misguided. That's what I mean by that, Caroline. I feel like, so I'm agreeing with you on some level. Like it's they see Black people as a certain thing. They see gay people as a certain thing, but sometimes their reasoning isn't based on anything that's true. That makes sense. And so it's up to us sometimes to bring them out of that and go, well, no, gay folks are fine. So I know folks who do like gay people because they're always going to hit on me. They're always going to do this. It's like that's it. Well, well, Caroline, no, I applaud you for not wanting to take any of that. I applaud. I mean, I'm not gonna argue with that part. I mean, it is BS, and I'm like all that stuff. But I still stand by my statement as a person who's both Black and gay. I've had racism hopefully thrown at me. I feel like there's always a reason why they do. It could be a stupid reason, and that's what I'm saying. It could be they were hurt by it or they're scared of it. I just think that people need to learn that for the most part, we're all the same, right? Yeah. Or the ones who like David said, or the ones who are jealous. That's basically jealousy, David, right? David Holm. That's jealousy. People hate you because you're doing well and they're not. That's a dumb reason too. I think there's dumb reasons. And reasons that make no sense, so to speak. But Caroline, I love that your conviction is BS. I will not fight that, but I do stand by my statement. I think that I think there's reasons for everything, but we have to figure out why and then break that down. And then I've had people who've totally changed their mind about Black people or gay people or whatever. They change their mind once they're around people who actually see, oh wow, he's not that bad, or I thought gay people always did this. You never know people was taught at home. Oh, some hates are totally dumb, but you never know what's taught at home or taught in a community. I always say with some white folks, all they saw was white folks. They had no reason to think about anything else. Their whole town was white. Their whole school was white. They had nothing. They had no reason. Their jobs were white. They had no reason to look at anything else. No reason to. So once that comes in, it's kind of crazy. I just hate that you have to find out why you can't control about yourself. I don't understand the second part of that sentence, but the first part, well, it's kind of everything, Caroline, right? Everything. We have to find out all our whys. We have a million whys. That's our whole life, right? See, I still trust people to a certain level. I'm not gonna walk around distrustful. I just know that I'm not gonna give everything away to everybody. But I still I try to do my best to choose people to trust, but sometimes your heart gets broken. It just is part of life. It has you walk around distrustful and closed off. That's not living life. And like, because you're young, go out there, have a life. When I was in my 20s, I did all kind of shit. I don't regret none of it. I had a full life, my 20s and 30s. So when I got to my 40s, I was able to actually settle down and really pick what's well. There's, and Caroline, here's about that. Okay, so Caroline makes a statement that it's a catch-22 for me. It's not your job to educate people on treat other humans as all. And I make the joke sometimes, Caroline, that I'm not the Black voice of America or the gay voice of America or the male voice. I say it sometimes. That's one of my kind of my jokes, because there are times when I don't feel like it, and I won't disagree with your statement, because during Black Lives Matter, a lot of my Black friends were tired of trying to educate people, and I totally understand that. Trust me, I understand that. I understand that more than anybody else. I understand that you just feel like shit. You figure out yourself. You go out there and do it yourself. You go out there and figure out yourself. But I think it could be if you don't want to, that's fine. But if someone else wants to, we need the whole village, the village mentality. So I think there's some in the village, they don't have to educate anybody. And there are others in the village who want to educate other people. So I appreciate those out there who are speaking on behalf of Black people or gay people or are fighting the good fight. Just like I appreciate folks who are tired of it and don't want to do it. I totally get it. I just said I will not fight your statement, Caroline. I know people who feel that way, and I'm not saying it's incorrect. It's a personal choice. It's a personal choice. I think sometimes for me, I have educated people because they just don't know. I don't assume that everybody has the same stuff in their lives or same levels. So there you go, George. Right. But it's a personal choice. So Caroline, I will agree with that. You shouldn't have to. I get it, but I feel like also for some of us, I'm always going to speak on it. I'm always going to speak on racism and homophobia and sexism and ageism. I always do. That's just me. I always talk about it. As you get to know me more, Caroline, you'll see I'm always I talk about it in soaps. I have folks tell me, why does that matter? Why does colorism matter in soaps? And I tell people why I think it matters in soaps. Not all Black folks are the same. Not all Black folks. And if you have a dark-skinned Black girl and then make her light, and then recast her a light-skinned Black woman, I get pissed. I'll probably come on again tomorrow, Sherry. Have a good day. I mean, introvert does cause things too, Jacaris. I get that. But I speak on stuff all the time. People tell me, why do you care about that? Why do you care about the ages? I talk about it. I do. I bring it out and I talk about it. I just do. But it's a personal choice. So I would never tell a Black person or a Latino person or a gay person, you have to talk about it. Yeah, I totally get it. If you don't want to, I totally get it. Because it's exhausting. It's exhausting. You don't want to do it. You're like, oh my God, you don't want to do it. You don't want to do it. So I will not. So Caroline, I'm on your side. I'm not gonna fight them, but I do know folks who they're like you. They're like, nope. But I think and Crystal likes to talk about disabilities. I know other people who are like, fuck them. They should come and learn about me being disabled. So it goes both ways. So I guess, like I said, I would never tell a person what they have to do. Anybody who's othered, that includes women, everybody, I would never tell them what you're saying is wrong. I just think for me, I will always speak out on it. And also I think there are whys. People learn stuff. We learn from our parents and our grandparents and our neighborhoods and our television and our media. And that's how we learn. We learn all this stuff from all of that. And sometimes it's in our brains, and we don't even know it. Sometimes there are things I don't know. I wouldn't even know where to begin to look. That I need that type of person to actually explain it to me. The whole trans movement is something that's new for me. And I have trans friends. I'm like, please explain to me what this means or what this goes. You have to explain it to me. They could be like, James, I don't like explaining to you. You look it up. That's fine. I would totally not argue with them. Okay, got it. But I can tell you, I don't know where to look. And so actually my trans friends have been wonderful. Have been wonderful in educating me on trans issues. I don't know. I have no feeling on it. But yeah, if some of them said, James, I don't got time to try to tell you stuff, I would not be mad. I would not be mad. I'll totally get it. I totally get it. It just feels like sometimes the ones who are being put upon have to do the work. You're like, well, excuse me, that's wrong. I totally get that. It's like, hello, it should be the other way around. But I think sometimes it doesn't happen. It just doesn't. In a perfect world, folks would go, I want to find out about Black folks, or I want to find out about gay people. They just don't. And sometimes they have to be led in by someone who is that. I'm an example many times when I go places. No, Caroline, I'm on your side. I appreciate your thoughts. I still have my feeling. I still feel the way I feel about it. I appreciate your thoughts. I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong or anything like that. I'm just saying, I still feel the way I feel about this. That's not going to change. I feel the way I feel. Oh, thank you, Leopardess. Yay, Leopardess. $4. Thank you. What's a Black girl's hair? Well, Caroline, I'll say this. Allies always help too. If allies can join in and help gay and Black people to educate the ignorant, that would be great too. We need more. There's allies out there. So that's one thing. It's a great thing. If you have allies out there who say, hi, stop bothering these Black people. I'll show you what you need to read. I mean, that could be good too. So I will say that. But Caroline, I'm not fine with you. I totally get what you're saying. Yeah, I know. But yes, I know. And as I said, we're kind of on the same side. We are on the same side. Just that I feel a little differently about the education part, and we look at it differently a little bit. But I think we're on the same side. Yeah. But I want to make sure that I made known to you that I'm not arguing with you. I'm like, no, I totally, like I said, I would never tell a person they have to do anything, because it is. It's a shame we even have to have this discussion. This discussion alone is crazy. Exactly. My friend wore pink the other day. He's a straight guy. And he's like, it looks good on me. I'm a brown skinned man. Pink looks good on me. Who cares? I know, it's so crazy. See, I don't even like pink. I know it's good on me. I don't even wear pink. Yes, sure. You're a Black girl. Because my hair right now. I'm thinking my hair. Woo! A lot of people want to touch this. And it's soft too, like a sheep. Look at all his hair. But right now I don't want to scare you guys, so it's under the hood. It's under the hood. And people have said some stupid things to me about my hair. Said some dumb things to me about my hair. Trust me. And I was like, oh. Shout out to Leopardess. I thought you find singing. She's in here. Yes, she's in here. Yes, she gave. So Leopardess gave something. This Chemo Beauty came through and gave something. So thank you, this Chemo Beauty. She was only in for a minute, but she dropped $3.90. She dropped $4. So thank you guys. We say it goes to the bottom line. The bottom line. So yeah, that pink is just the color. Like, folks, ugh. That's true. It is scary nowadays. I know, I know. But it's like, it's like I let it out sometimes. But I'm like, right now I don't want anybody to look at my face. Everybody be staring at my hair. I want to look at my beautiful face. I gotta shave, actually. Yes, that's the thing, Shakaris. You have to figure out, and like I said, you're going to get hurt sometimes. You can't avoid hurt. If you don't do anything, And that's the scary part. You don't do anything that's not living life. You have to put yourself out there a little bit when you feel good about that and put yourself out there. And I think that's when you can actually, you can grow from those experiences. And you learn how to spot people who aren't being genuine to you. So it's almost kind of like let people in a little bit and you see which ones are which. So I have a circle of friends like I trust, like a Flobo and a Tony. And I would say Marissa. There's folks I trust in my circle. I trust. I can tell stuff to. And we're fine. You're so young. You're so young, Karis. You're so young. Life seems so serious when you're young. Oh my God. I know I picture my hair to the side, but I love that picture. I'll just coming out being crazy. I have a lot of hair. Pink's your favorite color. Oh, me fast, your favorite color. But you have to stop being down on yourself. You are where you are at, and just hope, like somebody said here earlier, like Caroline said earlier, just try to do better the next day, and try to do better the next day, and try to inch out the next day. But you are worthy, you are valuable, you are a human being. You deserve to have laughs and fun and relationships, and I mean, because you're gonna be. Trust me, I am 31 years older than you are. I remember 22, and I wouldn't want to go back, but it was all different time period. But I was young, I was bouncy. It was like the world was my oyster. Now I'm just some old dude trying to hold on to my past. But you know what I mean? Like it's come on. We have to like you have to live some life. That's the thing. It's like, come on. You get grab the life by the balls. Suck it all up, Sheree. Take all positive energy. I'm saying it all out to you guys. Positivity. We had a good cathartic session this morning, and now you want to just go. I know 22 is so young. You have your life ahead of you. It's gonna be wonderful. 23 is still, that's great. You have a life ahead of you. Oh my God. There's so much you can. The world really is your oyster. It really is. You have a million things ahead of you. You do. I'm excited for you. Like purple means royal. She's like, I'm an African queen. You go, girl. She's like, I am an African queen, bitches. That's why we're purple. You tell them. See, there you go. There you go, Crystal. Exactly. You're afraid to explore life. Well, first of all, these days a little weird. Got monkeypox over here and COVID over there, and no money over here, and weird weather over here. It is kind of crazy. Who are you getting? Well, David, I was born right after you, so I was born during the civil rights, but I was born in '69. I was born in '69. I went to school in the '70s. I grew up in the '80s. I was an adult in the '80s. So yes, being young today would be very interesting. Very interesting. Your podcast will be free for one day, just one day. Have fun. Well, I'm excited. I excited about youth. They always say youth is wasted on the young. But if you get the lessons I'm telling you now, you can be on top of it. Nobody was telling me this stuff when I was your age. I had to figure it out myself. It was crazy. I had to figure it out myself. How long have I been on? You guys may be talking about something serious this morning. Now I'm worn out. What's going on? 89 minutes. I always catch it around this time. 82 to 89 minutes. That's so fun.
The live sports.
Compass my love. Yes. Oh yeah, Y2K. Well, you're the same age as my grandson. He's 23. He turned 23 in August. I mean in April. So you're the same age as my grandson. They could be, Tony. That's the thing. When we talked last 2 weeks ago, we talked about everything. We talked about everything, Tony, in those chat rooms. And I also, because it's not recorded, I talked openly about all kind of stuff. I gave you some tea about the soaps, everything. I say, Tony, you should join us. You should come on this Saturday. You can't make it's only $15. You can't make it this Saturday. I have one on the 8th of October and on the 30th. You should definitely come join us. Have a good time. And your man might come through. I think you might be able to. I'm not sure. I can't remember. He might be at work that day, but I asked Flo to come through, but we'll see. But Tony Moore, I invited him to come through, so we'll see. Yes, Y2K. Yes, it's very funny. So yes, come on through. Come sign up and join us. Win some prizes. See some peoples. So okay, kids, I have to continue with my day today. I really enjoy coming in here in the mornings. It feels like my old radio show. I used to have a radio show in the mornings, and it feels so be there, be square. I always still say that, very 80s. I enjoy doing this, you guys. I've enjoyed doing this every morning. We'll try to come again tomorrow morning, but it's just been wonderful. I love talking. This was a very, see, I don't really Steve Burton. I'll try. You get free one at the dollar store. You got a free one. Wow. Also, you're caring for your mother. You did say that, Tony. You're caring for your mother. That's right. You did tell me that. That's right. I forgot about that. But if you get an hour of freebie, come on through. That's good. Yeah, you got your plan. Get your planner, girl. My planner's over there. I was gonna grab it. It's gonna do some stuff. CashAPP, Patreon.com, BuyMeACoffee.com, JLJmedia.threadless.com, super chats here, whatever. Help support the channel. We are here giving it to you every day. New, exciting stuff. Check out my shorts on here. Check out my stuff. Thanks for everybody for your openness this morning and talking. I think, it's a safe space for you. We can talk about anything you want. I completely am here. And you guys came through. I said, what do you want to talk about today? And you guys came through, and it was some serious stuff, but I'm glad we were able to talk about it. And anybody watching this later, please continue to comment. You guys comment on the shows, comment, tell me what you think. I know some folks said they're not getting notifications. That's beyond my control. It's a YouTube thing. I don't know what's going on. It's not just happening to me. It's happening to other people too. So I don't know what's going on. And I love you, sis. Of course, I'll talk to you later, of course, off camera. But tonight, She-Hulk, 8 p.m. We're doing the show. I will see you guys